The Queen of England died 3 years ago. She ruled an empire for decades, accumulated more wealth than 99.9% of people ever will, and yet you haven't thought about her except for right now. That's cosmic irrelevance, and it's one of the most liberating concepts you will ever understand. So buckle up and let's embrace this perspective together. Most of you watching this are held back by fear. Not the fear of dying, not the fear of physical pain. You're held back by social fear, ego fear, the fear of looking stupid, the fear of being judged, the fear of failing publicly. You want to start that business, but what if it flops? What will people think? You want to post that content, but what if people laugh at you? You want to make that cold call, send that email, take that shot, but the anxiety stops you dead in your tracks. Your hands sweat, your heart races, your mind creates 1,000 scenarios where you embarrass yourself, where you lose everything, where people talk about your failure for years. So you don't do it. You stay safe, you stay small, you tell yourself, maybe next year, or I'm just being strategic, or the timing isn't right. But here's what's actually happening. You're trading your dreams for temporary comfort. You're choosing the certainty of regret over the possibility of success. And the clock is ticking. So let me tell you about cosmic irrelevance. No matter how big your dreams, you are going to die. Everyone will move on, and the universe won't even register your existence. In 100 years, no one will remember your embarrassing moment. In 200 years, your great accomplishments will be footnotes. In 1,000 years, the specific details of your entire life will be completely erased. And this isn't depressing. I really think this is freedom. Because if nothing matters in the cosmic sense, then you get to decide what matters. And the only way you lose is if you let fear stop you from even playing the game. Think about it. What's the actual worst case scenario? You start the business and it fails. Well, in 5 years, no one remembers, they are too busy worrying about their own lives. Or you post the content and people mock you. Well, they'll forget in about next week, their attention span is measured in hours anyways. Or you lose money on an investment and you make it back or you don't. In the grand scheme of cosmic time, it literally doesn't matter anyways. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. It will exist for trillions more. Your entire life, every high, every low, every victory, every humiliation is a blip so small it might as well not exist. So why are you living like your reputation is permanent? Why are you protecting your ego that will be dust? This concept changed my life, and I really mean that. Many of my biggest level ups came from taking actions that terrified me. Actions that required putting myself in uncomfortable positions, where the fear and anxiety were so intense my body was screaming at me to stop. But cosmic irrelevance broke that mental barrier. I had to make calls where my voice shook. I had to pitch ideas where I genuinely thought people would laugh me out of the room. I had to put myself out there in ways that made my hands sweat and my stomach drop. And every single time, the voice in my head was screaming, what if you fail? What if they judge you? What if this ruins everything? But then I would remember, even if this goes as badly as possible, no one will care in 6 months, and I'll be dead in 80 years if everything goes perfect anyways, and the universe will keep spinning. So I did it anyway. And you know what happened? Sometimes I won, sometimes I lost, but the world kept turning either way. More recently, Bitcoin dropped 30% and I lost thousands of dollars, real money. But with this concept of cosmic irrelevance in mind, it doesn't really bother me. I'll make it back or I won't. In the end, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't define me. It doesn't break me because in the cosmic scale, it's irrelevant. The losses that used to paralyze me now barely register. Not because I'm reckless, I still calculate risk, I still make smart decisions, and I still give my best all the time. But because I understand that even my worst financial disaster is a rounding error in the story of the universe. And that understanding gave me courage, real courage, not the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. Now here is what most people get wrong about this concept. They think cosmic irrelevance means nothing matters, so why should I even try? But it's actually backwards. Cosmic irrelevance means since nothing matters cosmically, the only thing that matters is what you decide matters. Your dreams, your goals, your definition of success. You're not playing for the universe's approval, you're not even playing for other people's memory of you. You're playing because you want to, because the game itself is the point. For example, the gym bro grinding for years to build his physique, well, the universe doesn't care, but he cares, and that's enough. Or the entrepreneur risking everything to build something, well, the cosmos won't remember, but the act of building, of creating, of trying, that's where the meaning is. You get one life, one shot, and then you're gone. Everyone moves on. So the question isn't, what if I fail? The question is, do I want to spend my one existence afraid of what people think? Or do I actually live? Because here's the truth, you're going to die having either one or it won't matter. Either way, the fear was pointless. So here is what you do. That thing you've been putting off because you're scared, do it this week. Not next month, not when you feel ready, this week. That business idea, start it. That content you're afraid to post, post it. That investment you've been researching for 6 months, make the decision. Will you succeed? Maybe, maybe not. But I can guarantee you that in years you won't regret trying. You will only regret staying small because you were afraid of what people might think. And those people, they're not thinking about you. They're too busy worrying about their own fears and their own cosmic irrelevance. The queen ruled an empire and you forgot she existed. And you think anyone is going to remember your embarrassing cold call, your failed first business, your awkward early content? No, they really won't. But you will remember the moment you chose courage over comfort. You will remember the moment you stopped living for other people's opinion and started living for yourself. The universe doesn't care about your dreams, so chase them anyways, because you do care, and that is all that matters. Now, if you enjoyed this type of video, please make sure to subscribe so that I can catch you in the next one and you won't miss my journey to the top.